All right, next up on the agenda appears to be the city of Crown Point. Mr.
Yeah.
Repay, will you introduce that?
Sure. I don't know if Al or Andrew is going to lead the presentation for this interceptor. I think it's just for the CSO. They had sent us some information this morning for a part of the presentation. I sent it on to you guys. I believe that's what they're going to use here today to show you the amount of CSO going into Big Beaver Dam Ditch. That's about the best I could lead into this presentation.
All right, thanks, Dan. My name's Al Stong. I'm with Commonwealth Engineers, and we do most of the utility work for the city of Crown Point. My partner, Andrew Robarge and Teresa Hartwig are on the line as well. And Terry Sikora and Jason Scott with the utilities are here. I have a short presentation. It's 14 slides that I'd like to share with you now, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, gentlemen, can you see the cover presentation?
I can.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yes.
The first slide is a video clip that was shared with me from one of the homeowners' complaints last year in May of 2020. So I'll play this. It gets brighter as it goes on. But this clip is identifying a significant flooding issue.
I wouldn't.
You know, sir, we've seen a lot of these videos and they're all very disturbing. Is that a pool? That's a pool.
It is.
Okay. All right, we get the idea.
Okay.
The problem.
Moving on, to give you a little bit of background, the city of Crown Point operates a combined sewer system, and we have rainfall discharge, CSO, which is combined sewer, to the Beaver Dam ditch. Now, this request tonight is not to address the CSO. We've already performed our work in compliance with Indiana Department of Environmental Management for the long-term control plan. This is a request to address a flooding issue and to address some water quality issues. So moving on, the area in question is about 300 acres. We have currently what's considered a combined sewer, to where when the sanitary sewers exceed their flow, they overflow into this combined sewer and then flow to the Beaver Dam ditch for discharge. This is the area in question, and this is the interceptor in question. That's the combined sewer. It's approximately 11,000 lineal feet, varying in diameter. And the setup is similar to this. Here's your existing sanitary sewers. It overflows when it rains into this combined sewer, and this combined sewer goes down to the Beaver Dam ditch and discharges. What we're requesting consideration for funding for today is the planning associated with a relief interceptor. What we want to do is we want to install a more shallow relief interceptor that we can utilize in lieu of the existing combined sewer, that we can overflow into and discharge into a manhole that then will take this flow to our wastewater treatment plant. What that will do is that will open up this sewer so it can be used solely for stormwater purposes, and we can pipe adjoining neighborhoods' stormwater systems to this interceptor. You can't connect stormwater to a combined sewer. But by making it a dedicated storm sewer, we could then pipe other smaller lines that can't escape the watershed to this larger interceptor, take it down to Beaver Dam Ditch through a swirl concentrator and discharge. So that takes the sewage overflow during wet weather events off the ditch. And it also provides us a relief for our stormwater flow in the area. We ran a hydraulic simulation over 5 years. Right now, as a CSO community, when you get above the 10-year 1-hour storm event, you can discharge into the ditch. So this is the total volume over a 5-year simulation of historical storm events, about 50 million gallons. So this project would alleviate, historically, 10 million gallons a year of combined sewer that currently discharges into the Beaver Dam ditch. And we would take it instead to our treatment plant. The beneficially impacted structures, we have 610 homes, 145 mobile homes. The main purpose is to get a large interceptor outlet to the Beaver Dam ditch for stormwater. Most of our stormwater systems can carry up to the 2-year 1-hour storm, and we just don't have large enough pipe to get the storm out of Crown Point and to our drainage ditches. So you've heard these requests before. Obviously, there's a lot of benefit to alleviating the combined sewage off of the Beaver Dam ditch from a human health standpoint. And the Beaver Dam ditch flows and impacts Hobart, New Chicago, and Lake Station. So by taking those flows off of the Beaver Dam ditch, we would anticipate some water quality benefits downstream as well. That's what I had to share tonight as far as our request. Again, it's for funding consideration for the design of a parallel interceptor that we can dedicate for CSO overflow and then repurpose this existing interceptor as a stormwater interceptor. Are there any questions?
All right, back to the board. You guys have any questions for this fine presentation? I'll have one. I mean, Mr. Trunk, help me between an interceptor and a combined sewer. I mean, is this bypassing it? Because even though Crown Point is older, there's combined sewers everywhere that if we fix those, there's a huge benefit and everybody could sign on to that. Once we do one, we're going to do about 1 million of them. So
Right.
How would you offset that thought process with this particular application?
The way I would offset it is saying that this is not a combined sewer project associated with the community's long-term control plan. We've already met compliance. We're overflowing into this interceptor in compliance with the requirements associated with Indiana Department of Environmental Management. We have an opportunity to where we can reroute this flow to the treatment plant. So that the city's not required to reroute the flow, and they can't reroute the flow unless they put in a shallower interceptor. And if we were to install this shallower interceptor, all of the overflow would be taken to the plant. We've already performed our combined sewer work. We have additional work that's slated to be performed in the city. So again, this isn't a combined sewer project. It's a project to alleviate the pollution that otherwise would be contributed to the Beaver Dam ditch and to provide a drainage route for about 300 acres.
Thank you. Gentlemen.
Is this a stormwater project or a sanitary sewer project?
Well, it's both. Right now, we have a
Percentage of each.
Well, I would say right now it's 100% stormwater project with water quality benefit. We have a combined sewer that I want to use as a stormwater interceptor. I could put in a stormwater interceptor, but then I wouldn't be rerouting this additional combined sewer. So it's dual benefit. I can reroute the sewage using a new shallower interceptor that's more affordable to install and take it to the plant. And I can repurpose this deeper interceptor and use it for stormwater drainage.
Quick question, does the city of Crown Point have a stormwater fee?
The city of Crown Point does have a stormwater fee. We're examining that now from an ERU standpoint. Currently, they have a $6 fee associated with residents and $12 with commercial entities. And this project is one of the top areas of concern in our stormwater master plan that was developed several years ago.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question, sir. So I'm looking at the application, and I just want to make sure I understand it correctly. It looks like you guys are projecting almost $4 million in construction costs once this project is finally designed.
I'm
You're
just going
currently
through one last presentation. I'm gonna tell them I'm leaving.
You currently are looking at a $400,000 design cost, and you proposing that we provide 320,000 of that 400,000. Is that a true statement?
That is a true statement. It was my understanding that we would be eligible for up to 80% grant consideration. And so we're requesting that consideration.
So I'm sure that once this design phase is complete, there's going to be another ask for funding of actual boots on the ground, as Bill would say, and some of his predecessors of real work.
That's correct. We will be back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, commissioners, any other question for this young man?
Well, geez, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that.
Hey, we got to take whatever we can get him.
I know it.
Okay, thank you very much for that. This is an interesting one. So let us chew on it, and then we'll get back with any questions, and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you, sir.